from KWQC TV6. Welcome to the Highlight Zone. Sponsored by Erickson Chevrolet and Pleasant Valley Dentistry.
Welcome to another episode of the Highlight Zone. You know, typically when we put this show together, it's hard to decide. Do we start on the Iowa side of the river or the Illinois side? Tonight, we didn't have to make that decision.
No, we didn't.
We had an Iowa team facing an Illinois team. You were out there tonight for that one.
Big game. Big game. And it's a pretty rare occasion that does happen. But let's go to the game. Geneseo hosting Assumption in tonight's 6 spotlight game. And there was a big crowd out there tonight. Let's go to the second quarter. QB Luke Jobkin rips it downfield towards the end zone. Sincere Simons is there for that incredible catch. Knights trail 13-10. Check this out. Knights kicking it off to the Maple Leafs, but the punt is blocked by Grant Baumlen, putting Geneseo in great field position. And that would lead to this. QB Jackson McCovey fakes the handoff and fakes me out on that play. He takes it in for himself for the touchdown. Geneseo is up 20-10. Right? Maple Leaf defense coming up big on this play, sacking the quarterback. And then with less than 2 minutes to go until halftime, McCovey hands it off to running back Kai Weinzierl, works his way around, finds a gap, turns on the Jets. You can't stop him. That's a touchdown. Geneseo gets the win over Assumption, 26-18.
Alrighty, elsewhere in the Western Big Six at the Soul Bowl, United Township took on Muchin. First drive for the Panthers, they get going early. Isaiah Navarrete had a huge game last week, and he picks up right where he left off. A run of 37 yards, and he's fighting for more off the tackle. A few plays later, Navarrete going right back to work, this time working around some defenders. He finds his way in for 6. Panthers take a 7-0 lead.
Some fresh cleats.
United Township sticking with the run game. It's Leo Sim this time, and he's got reservations for 6. Panthers out to a 14-0 lead, and United Township rolling to victory with a shutout tonight, 56-0.
Awesome. Well, elsewhere, the new and improved Browning Field is open for business. Yes, look at that. Tonight, Moline celebrating the opening of its upgraded stadium with the Maroons hosting Sycamore. Look at that. Lots of excitement. Big student section. All right, second quarter, Moline trailing 6-0, but here come the Maroons.
Look at that.
Into your living room.
Cut by Elijah Mitchell. He takes it 62 yards before the Spartans finally get him down to the 2. And a few plays later, Moline's offensive line paves the way for Kaysden Ponder to punch it into the end zone. Moline would take a 7-6 lead?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm blind.
Baseball game.
Then Moline's defense would go to work. Connor Schnell blows up this play with the big tackle. Love that. Moline beats Sycamore in the thrilling fashion in overtime, 21-20.
All right, Alleman hosting Dwight. Third quarter. Alleman senior Kyle Bowden going to work on the ground. You're going to see him. He's going to take it outside for a nice gain. Yes, there he goes. The delay on the reader to move the chains. Big first down there.
Yeah.
Later on that drive, the Pioneers, after some clapping encouragement, go to the air. This time, it's Kelly Honert connecting with Truman Marner for a big gain. Yeah. Ooh, took a big hit there, too. These future Pioneers were working on some hitting drills of their own. Boom! Take that, man in blue. That man in blue is going to be at a car dealership tomorrow. Alleman would cap off the drive with a touchdown. It's Honert's rolling out and finding Bowden in the end zone for 6. Alleman falls to Dwight 32-14, the final.
Elsewhere, Dixon falls to Byron 28-7, the final. Bettendorf hosting Iowa City High. Bulldogs starting off with the ball. Cannon Davis fires it to Hayden Morrison. Good catch and some tough coverage. That's a first down for the Bulldogs. A few plays later, Davis rolls out of the pocket, finds Caleb Brown.
On the run.
Bulldogs would turn it over, though, on the next play. But they respond with a takeaway of their own. Maurice Williams with the interception giving Bettendorf the ball back, and they would have to punt. Bulldogs. They did trail Iowa City 7-0, and let's check out the final on that one. And at last check, it was 7-0 the score. Bulldogs fall.
The North Wildcats hosting Clear Creek Amana. North down big early, 30-0. The Wildcats defense not backing down, getting a stop on 3rd down.
Good stop
Marching
there.
band. There we go. Wildcats back on offense. Neil Brown with the quarterback. Keeper gets forced out of the bounds, but manages to get the first down. Look at that.
Ran more
Good
yards on
pickup.
that.
Right.
And a few plays later, Brown looking for an open man and finds Donovan Holloway for the touchdown.
Nice.
Wildcats get on the
Nobody
board
near.
just before halftime. Lots of excitement there. And what do we got for score? Clear Creek Amana 51, Davenport North 6.
Other scores. Northeast tops Maquoketa 26-20.
We've reached halftime, but there's plenty more